The reason why I became a purpose coach, I will share with you the steps, my process, and this is in this video, I will share the first part of my story, so that um, yeah, you can hear what you know. I'm not just here from step one till here. I went through many different steps. I went through many different steps, and I'm just going to share with you the steps that I took in all humility. So I shared with you that I my background is um, a lot, like a lot, and by the grace of God, He has saved me from many things. The Lord saved me out of the world of prostitution. I was living a double life for 10 years. I I landed in the prostitution in this industry at the age of 18. And the reason why I landed in this industry was because of trauma. I was sexually abused when I was 3 years old by a very close, trusted member of the family. Um, and that was an open door. That was an open door for me. Then what happened next was I was separated with my mom in a very traumatized way, a very sad way. And I was only like 4 years young. And then after this, I ooh, oh, so sorry, guys. Okay, this is not working. It's a little bit more higher than I thought. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to park my car. Okay. Oh, this looks a little bit weird. Sorry, guys. Let me just give me a few seconds. Yay. Yeah. So, so I was separated with my mom in a very traumatizing way. I did not see my mom until the age of 23, I believe, if I'm saying it correct. Um, and that is a testimony for another time. But it was very painful, and it marked rejection, abandonment. Just not understanding, where's your mom? Is she coming back? She's not coming back. And then um, I moved to the Netherlands together with my father and one of my brothers. So I was born in Nairobi, Kenya. So I grew up in the Netherlands from the age of 6. And I was a very happy, like from the outside, a very joyful child, was always smiling, making a lot of jokes. I loved music, still love dancing. And but because of all the trauma, I developed a way to survive. So what I did was, one, people pleasing, because I was afraid that I would experience rejection again. And the second thing was, oh guys, please wait. Hallo meneer, wilt u wat flessen? Ja, ja. Guys, sorry. Wait a minute. Alsjeblieft. Okay, so um yeah, so I was really people pleasing. Then sorry, I almost lost where I was. Yeah, people pleasing. Then what happened was I just tried to um yeah, please adults, especially adults. I was very aware of adults. And because of the abuse and because of the separation, um, I was very aware of adults. I really wanted to make sure that I could be 5 steps ahead of them, you know? So I was always observing and always trying to see, like, okay, how do they feel? Are they happy or they're not happy? Like things like this, which is very tiring, right? So, yeah, so as a child, I was always very aware of the atmosphere of relational relational dynamics in families, in groups, in at school. Like I was really, really, really um, highly sensitive of that. Um, and I really like children. I really enjoy children are very nice, funny, and intelligent. And one of the things that I see is that I connect very naturally with children, but I think it is because of my past. I take children very serious. When I'm with a child, I really am aware that this human being, this small person, sees everything and hears everything. So I think I was just thinking about that lately because I see that with my friends and their children, and I get a lot of feedback. That these children, they like it when I come around, and I was not really really fully aware of it, but then the Lord started to highlight it. So yeah, and that's the reason why I really believe is because of my own childhood. That I never felt seen, I never felt heard, I did not feel valued and appreciated, and also I saw everything. So even though I was very young, I could really see what was happening. I could see the manipulation, I could see the control, I could see the lies. I could see it. I really sensed it. I didn't have words for it, but I could see it. So I grew up with a very heavy load on my shoulders, and also I felt very responsible for my family. I was always a peacemaker, and trying to, make sure that there are no fights happening. But I was also like that with friends. So with friends a little bit less, but still I was very aware of. I'm very still very aware of people. Um, so this is how I grew up, and I grew up in a lot of uncertainty. So there was no clarity on where my mom was, or if she was coming back or not, or all these things. And then when I was 14 years old, I had to leave the house because there was a lot of tension. We came from Kenya to the Netherlands with a lot of baggage, you know, a lot of luggage, like spiritually luggage, and a lot of hurt. And looking back at it, I really sense that that was what we carried, but we did not have the capacity to speak about it, to talk about it. So it was just hidden beneath the surface of um, you know daily life things. But you could, but there was tension. There was a lot of tension at our household. But I also want to mention that there was a lot of joy as well. So it was not only bad, there was a lot of joy as well. But behind the joy, there was a lot of pain. Um, so I left the house when I was 14. Then again, I felt rejected. So I went to a foster care. Yeah, I lived there a couple of months and I was molested there. So that was again, yeah, Lord, sort of a confirmation that something was wrong with me, right? And in that period, I was super depressed. I started to take and antidepressant. I was also battling with bulimia, and a lot of times, an eating disorder um, stems from people who have been abused, sexually abused. You hear that a lot. Um, at that time, I did not really talk about the abuse because I was just suppressing a lot. So, yeah, it developed a eating disorder, control, wanting to have control over my pain and my emotions. So, eating was the best way to express that, right? And then, yeah, so I lived in that foster care for a short period. Then I went to a child a residential um, facility, and I lived there from uh, 15 till 16. I think a year or so, less than a year, but yeah, something like that. And it was terrible. They're not terrible in sense of um, physically abusive or something. Not like that at all. But it was emotional, very heavy, because mind you, they're living children from different places in the country. They're coming to live in one house, and they all have a background, a baggage, a lot of heavy baggage, luggage. And I remember when I was in that house, I was thinking to myself, I don't